Rest in peace, Ken Block, the creator of the Hoonicorn, the creator of the Hoonigans, the creator of Jim Carter. Whether you grew up playing racing games or you grew up watching racing videos on YouTube, etc., you knew exactly who Ken Block was. Hell, you can't escape this rap in racing games. There is always that Monster Energy rap on any car, most notably a Ford Focus, Fiesta, or a Ford Mustang. Any Ford Mustang, just like this one right here. Of course, this one is the Hoonicorn. Ken Block is an icon. You know, I'm not just saying that because Need for Speed 2015, this game calls him an icon. Like, he really is an icon, and a lot of people in this game were icons, and we lost one of those icons. Well, not today, but we lost one of those icons this year. And it's weird to wrap my head around. You know, death has always been something I've struggled to wrap my head around. And this is someone, like, I knew. This is someone well, not knew personally, but this is someone I knew of and kept tabs on. This is someone I followed on socials, you know. This was someone I looked up to. And to hear that he died so abruptly into the new year, it shook me up. And things are just not going to be the same. Playing Dirt's not going to be the same. Seeing any videos from the Hoonigans and watching the YouTube videos and of course playing this Need for Speed, it's just not going to feel the same at all. But today we're just going to pay a little tribute to Ken Block. It's nothing truly special, mind you. We're just going to do one of his races. None of the races are appearing on the map. I think I actually have to leave the garage first. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I drove the Hoonicorn. I just know that it is absolutely crazy to drive. But yeah, we're going to do the event that is named after Ken Block. He actually even has a trophy named after him. The event's called Mental Block, and the trophy is called Mental Unblock for scoring over 300,000. So I want to do Ken Block proud, and we're going to try and get 300,000 in one attempt. It's going to be crazy. Here we are. We're in an online server. Wow. Pretty sure that's like the starter car. There's a Lamborghini event store. There's a lot of people around in Need for Speed today. You know, a lot of people don't say this. They don't mention it often, but a lot of people are still playing Need for Speed 2015, you know? It's crazy. Anyway, let's go to... I think we'll just drive to the event, and then... Whoa, all these are level... Oh, okay, I was going to say, there is a starter guy, level 3. These guys still... You can still say that these guys are new, because they're not at max level yet, which is crazy, you know? I myself have actually started playing this game again. I started a new save file. It's crazy, man. Honestly, watching the cutscenes that have Ken Block in them, it's just going to be so weird. Already driving this car is insane, man. But yeah, whether you play Dirt, Need for Speed, or Forza, you know exactly who this guy is. You know exactly what this car is. I mean, it's crazy that we never really got the Hooner truck, to be honest. I'm pretty sure Forza got the Hooner truck. Dirt doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. Dirt 5 was the last game. I'll be making a video on that at some point. But yeah, hopefully Need for Speed gets the Hooner truck in Unbound at some point. Unfortunately, I don't have that game yet, but when I do, hopefully the Hooner truck will be there. I'm definitely going to want to create this. I wonder if the body kit for the Hoonicorn will be in Unbound. I know it wasn't in Payback or... Jesus, this car is so weird to drive. But yeah, the impressive thing about this is that this is a 67 Ford Mustang that he completely like took apart and rebuilt from the ground up. Like, even things like the tail lights aren't this wide apart on the actual car. Like, it looks completely different, but you can tell that it is still a Ford Mustang. Hell, you could tell me that this was a Ford Mustang Boss, and I would probably believe you, other than the round lights at the front, of course. But yeah, he completely built this up from the ground up, and he made it for drifting. It is so legendary. It's iconic. The Hoonicorn is iconic. Like, even if you don't know who Ken Block is, you know this car. You've seen this car, you know? You know these wraps. You've seen them all the time in any racing game, even games like Gran Turismo that didn't even have drifting in them, you know? Pretty sure it does now in Sport and, of course, Gran Turismo 7. But yeah, you see these Monster Energy wraps essentially everywhere. It is insane. We've got 2 daily challenges complete already. What are the daily challenges? Oh, no. Oh, my God. They're all him. Is that a coincidence or is that on purpose? Oh, Jesus. They're all about Ken Block. I mean, even if it isn't a coincidence, even if it is a coincidence, I'm glad it's there. You know, it's sort of paying homage to him. I would have wished for harder challenges, of course. Something like what we're about to do, gain 300,000 in mental unblocks. This is so weird to drive. You know, I'm going to make it even worse and put on the action camera. We got to make it look cool. We got to do it in style, just like he did. Jeez, you see how quick that U-turn was? Alright, so what is my top score on this? I wonder if we could, like, beat it in my first attempt. I actually am top of the speed wall. 366... well, you could basically say that's 367,000. So that's the score we want to try and beat. Score more than 135,000 is going to be so easy. The trophy is 300,000 now, so that's what we're aiming for. Here we go. In the Hoonicorn. Let's go. Okay, you can't treat this drift car like any other. Oh my God! It is so strange to handle. I mean, Need for Speed 2015's drift handling is, complicated to say the least, but mate, the Hoonicorn just makes it so much more difficult. Jesus, come on, don't crash into the wall. 2015's drifting is so unforgiving. You crash into the wall, you lose it. It's just like the old Underground games, and I prefer it that way. You know, it means you got to focus. You can't be like what I did on Heat, for example, on my Heat videos, where I could basically just commentate while drifting and it would basically become the second focus. Like, I actually have to focus on keeping this thing on the road. We got 90 checkpoints. You see how difficult this is? By the way, I'm a veteran at this game. I'm really, really good at this game, and even I can barely control this car, you know? And when creating the overpowered Huracan, you really have to, like... I think the Huracan even struggles to beat this. You know, this is the best drift car. It's sort of like a cheat code, you know? If you try to hop into speed lists as soon as the game starts, like, it doesn't matter how good your drift car is. If somebody has unlocked the Hoonicorn already, then you're lost for the most part. Pretty sure the Huracan is the only car that can beat this in drifting. But look, I mean, we're getting 10k round a corner just like that. It's so easy. God, Jesus. Oh my God, and we've got to like pay attention to traffic cars as well. Like, pretty sure in Need for Speed Payback you didn't have to contend with traffic cars. Maybe you did, I don't remember. We need to revisit that game at some point. I don't know if it'll get any views though, because I can't even play Need for Speed Unbound because I don't own a next-gen console. We just lost all them points. Come on, baby. We got this. I mean, this car is such a beast, man. It's so legendary. I still can't believe, like, he built it from the ground up. It's barely recognizable from the Mustang that it used to be. You know? I remember, like, y'all don't believe how powerful this car was. Like, he once tied this car up, like, with chains. He put chains on the car and then did an all-wheel burnout, like, with all the wheels. It was insane how much smoke this thing generated. And then, of course, there's that legendary video in his Ford Fiesta where he's drifting through the city streets. Pretty sure it was it LA? I don't know, maybe that's what inspired Ghost to put him in this game, since Ventura Bay is set in LA. It is so difficult, man. We need to get 300,000 and I'm not even at 200,000 yet. This event is difficult. We've beaten the target score, but that's not entirely, it's not exactly difficult. Jesus! Again, like I said earlier, you can't treat this like any other drift car in the game. You think you've mastered the drift handling, you need to go buy the Hoonicorn. It is absolutely insane. Sheesh. We've got 4 miles left to go. I don't think we're going to get to 300,000, you know. Or maybe we will. Maybe there's some like really good drift corners towards the end of this event. There we go. Through here. Let's try and drift around here. Oh, come on. I tried that. I could have done that with virtually any other car. But then you wouldn't get as many points. See, the thing with the Hoonicorn, it looks absolutely messy, crazy, insane when you're drifting it, but it gets so many more points than most any other car in the game in these drift events. Here we go. Drifting through these city streets. Whew. Oh, I hate this corner. I absolutely hate this corner. I'm going to take it in an entirely different way. Okay, there we go. Bit of gymkhana here with the ramps. A lot of people avoided the ramps in this game, and I can see why, because the physics just do not work properly in this game. Whoa, did you see that? How close we got? Hey, what are you doing? Oh my god. Okay. Definitely starting to get used to it now. It is so easy to initiate a drift in this car, but it is so difficult to control it. We got to take the jumps though. I know people avoid them because the physics are a bit broken in this game, but it's he's a gymkhana legend. He invented it, bro. Oh my god, we kept it. Thank god. I was so scared then. That was barely even a jump. You see what I mean? Here we go. Oh. There we go, a bit of gymkhana there. We're gonna get to 300,000. We accomplished it. Big jump there. Come on, baby. Around this corner. We got another jump. Go full speed. Let's try it. You see how it just like clipped in? That popping was terrible. Jesus. That being said, though, I do love this game. Okay, we got another jump here. Woo! And you see how easy it is to initiate a drift even at low speeds? Most cars wouldn't be able to do this. Ken Block tuned this car to perfection. Like, look up some of the clips that he did in real life. It is insane, the types of drifting that he accomplished. And it's just so sad, man. It's so sad. Because it's even more sad when you realize the man had a family, you know? It's just... He left way too early. It was way too early. He should not have died that early. We're not even going to finish the event. Well, we got somewhat close. But the result is timed out. The final score is 311,000. That wouldn't be good enough for him. He would have finished the event. We gotta go redo it. We gotta go redo that right now. Oh, I've just jumped to the garage! God damn it! Here we are. I think I've had a much better time this time. Oh, Mr. Ramp! God damn it, I feel really bad. we'll take this one. Ow! What the hell, bro? Oh, Jesus. Okay. We're definitely already about to beat... Yep, there we go. We just need one more drift. And it's beaten. Now all we gotta do is finish. We'll try and get more points. I'm not gonna beat the personal best, but I beat the Ken Block trophy target, so we shall take it. There's the ramp. See, if you get good at this game, you can get used to the Hoonicorn for the most part. Obviously, there's some parts where it just goes completely out of control, but that can stand for the entire game as a whole. And here we go, final corner. Ow! I have dodged crashing for the entire event until that point in both attempts. There you go, 327,000. That would have got you the mental unblocked trophy if you to Ken Block. Man, one of his most iconic photos was on this bridge. Like, obviously this bridge is a remake of one of the bridges in LA. I think it was LA. And one of his most iconic photos was taken here. Black Panther's video on Ken Block basically has that photo photoshopped into the Ventura Bay version instead. It's such a cool photo. I wish I could use it for my thumbnail, but I'll find something else. But yeah, man, there's so many like starter people here. It's crazy. People are still playing Need for Speed 2015, man. It's cool. It's very cool. It makes me happy, because this game does not deserve to be forgotten. Black Panther mentioned it in his video, and I've already made a video in the past about it, but this game needs an offline-only update, like badly, because otherwise it's just gonna be lost forever, you know? And that's gonna be really sad, because it does have a good story in my opinion. It's a fun game. It's a very fun game. It doesn't have, you know, it's not one of your drama-filled stories. It barely has any drama at all, but you know, it's a good story. It's a very good vibe. This game was about car culture, you know, and of course, if a game is about car culture, you have to have the icons of car culture in it. And Ken Block was one of those icons. And he will never, ever be forgotten. Whenever we drift, whenever we do any sort of gymkhana, you know, jumps and drifts in one event, just know that was obviously inspired and of course pioneered by the man who drove this car, the Hoonicorn, the man himself, Ken Block. He invented Gymkhana, he pioneered it, and he's a legend for it, and he will never be forgotten. Ken Block, rest in peace. We miss you, we love you, and yeah, you will be sorely, sorely missed. Thank you for everything. Rest in peace, Ken Block.